And you're welcome to business. Now, it appears a mixed reaction from mobile money users and agents have met the newly introduced No-ID-No-Momo system by MTN. Now, the new system, according to the telecommunications giant, was rolled out to end the fraud associated with mobile money transactions. But barely a week after its official introduction, some mobile money users and agents have been sharing their experiences on whether or not the new system will bring any positive change, as have been propagated by MTN Ghana. My colleague Nicholas Brown engaged some of them, and here is some of their take.
Now, there wasn't any issues at all with the when they come. I only told them that when you are doing withdrawal, me for instance, when you are coming to do withdrawal, I ask of the IDs first before I start with the transaction. So if you don't have, I'll just let you know. Now with withdrawal, you have to use your ID.
Do you think it's helping to reduce the fraud cases?
In any way, yes. Anyway, no. With the yes, because if, for instance, someone sends money and you go to withdraw and the person goes to report, which has a process, when they are doing the tracing, they will know that yes, this person came and removed the money. But somehow to know, because all the cards, even with the ID, with the old one and the new one, you can still use the old one, you can still use the new one, because I have noticed even if you key in any number at all, you can do withdrawal. Just is at my risk, which I'm not ready to do.
Me, it's two things. It's good, and at the same time, it's bad. It's good to identify the withdrawer. It's good. I mean, just to put security, it's good. But it's bad in a way that, brother, in Ghana here, we have as many as 10 ID cards per each person. And secondly, people are going to lose their IDs. So for the IDs, their mother is going to cost a lot. A better rough.
So far, some of the challenges that I'm facing now is that most of the elderly ones, they find it difficult working with their ID. When you ask them, they'll be like, if I bring it, I'll misplace it, and I don't know. So far, these are some of the challenges I'm facing. I think it will help, because at first, when this was not introduced, there was sometimes those or the floods days, they will call and they will be like, oh madam, send money through your account, can you help me get it? And the uneducated ones, they try getting them. So with that, I think it's good.
Initially, that was from the first day they started, the Good Friday. Some didn't remember that was the day they started. So when they come and we ask of the ID, they say, oh, they've left it. So they have to go and bring it. But I also suggested to them, if they can't bring it in person, they can take a picture onto their phones. Then when they come, they just show it to me. I think it will help. Maybe it might not help to a zero, but it will help. Because some of the scammers, actually, what normally happens is they are always scared of their showing up their identity. You understand? So they themselves, if they are able to, let's say, scam somebody on mobile money, and they have to withdraw the money, bringing their own personal ID is also a problem.
Meanwhile, consumer analyst with CAT International, Apia Kosi Adumako, says the new directive must be industry-led to make it more robust.
I think that we need to deploy a more secure, a more better means of identification. And I would like to suggest that this, whilst commending MTN for their leadership in this role, I think it would be better if this thing is an industry-led rather than a player-led. And also, we also need to bring all stakeholders on board to look at the potential fault points that can arise out of implementing this No-ID, No-Momo withdrawal, saying that at the end of the day, when you go out to withdraw money and you give your card to to an agent, you know that you will be protected and that there will be no breach of your data. Already, the police has warned us that anytime you go and make a photocopy of your ID card, make sure that the photocopy agent does not even say, oh, this one didn't come well, so I'm putting in the trash, because that ID card can be used to register mobile money or even open a bank account in your name. And then when there's any issue, you will be the one that your name will be, police will start, hunting you.
All right.
So I think that people need to have their mobile, the ID card. But I think what MTN is doing, we need to have a second look at it to ensure that there is data protection and also privacy of people's data. Re-engineering of the system is very, very good. But we all say that the solution that you are preferring should not be worse than the problem. And so here, we make one step forward and then we come back one step backward. That's a zero-sum game.